morning. This is Sadiq and here to share tips or lessons and anything you might call it about how to navigate life and careers, relationships, maybe Nigeria as well. It's been a while I've done this, just so occupied with deadlines and work. But alhamdulillah, things are looking positive towards the end of the year, despite all the rejections we are getting on different fronts of life. So if you aren't subscribed, I hope you will subscribe while watching this. Just click on the button below on subscribe. Make sure you're watching this on YouTube so you get notifications instantly whenever I upload a video. And I think 2 days ago also I stumbled so I don't know if you guys know Quora, Quora. I mean it's a website. They also have an app, and it's a community where people share, basically everything. I would say in quote knowledge, but knowledge about everything, lessons, what they have learned. So it's a community where people just go and ask questions, and people answer them, and so people who read the answers get the option of upvoting the answers or downvoting. So you can have a question that will have like more than 100,000 upvotes, meaning people pretty much agree with the answer that is given. So you see so many answers, and you see the one that's most voted by all the readers. So and then you can ask literally anything about life, about investments, about finance, relationships, about getting into any school, any university, just basically about even living in any other country. So say you were moving to say Australia, and you want to ask how is living life in Australia for a Nigerian, and probably someone who used to live in Nigeria and moved over there will share his own experience. So yeah. So I mean, I usually go there frequently to read about some of the topics I'm following, and one of them is the life lessons. And this person was sharing some of the life lessons or tips she has learned. And I think she started with I think she made them in really summarized sentences, almost about 30 of them, but not all resonated with me, maybe because I haven't experienced it or I didn't even understand what she's saying. But some of the few that I remember I will share. And the first one she shared was your success depends on how many uncomfortable conversations you are willing to have. I'll just repeat that. Your success depends on how many uncomfortable conversations you are willing to have. Just take a pause and let that sink in. And personally, I think it's right. And it's, for me, it starts with when I need something from someone, and it's usually begins with trying to get that person's attention or time to sit down, and I have to say, okay, this is what I need, this is what I want. That itself is uncomfortable, and there's maybe there's a little bit of apprehension that you will get a rejection or no. So such discussions like that are uncomfortable. I have so many at the beginning, now I'm used to them. I had so many uncomfortable conversations with my employer, trying to negotiate a very good contract for myself. So it's not really easy having those discussions or negotiations. At some point, at most point of it, will be quite uncomfortable, You should just be given what you want or need without having to have a conversation. You sit down and go over your achievements, your strength, competency, blah blah blah. Yeah, so that is always it's quite uncomfortable sometimes, and perhaps you might experience it in your whole life or something like that. But I mean, the message is do not be afraid to have any uncomfortable conversation. And saying that your life will start growing when you start having those uncomfortable conversations, because that means you're willing to sit down with whoever it is to have those discussions that will move forward. So and she also shared I think no master or no person was a master at the beginning of their journey. So that means even if you do not know anything about any journey you want to undertake today, if you have a role model in that journey and you probably seeing that person as a master or expert in that field, just know that that person didn't start at that level, probably started at your own level too, at novice level. So do not be afraid to start, and you should also have it at the back of your mind that masters, these experts, which is another tip she shared, have failed more times than a beginner has even tried. So all those people you've seen who are experts in whatever endeavor they have chosen for their life, just know that they have tried a number of things they probably have failed as well in a number of things, and you that have not even tried, you have not even failed for one. So just know that failure is part of the journey. So that's another tip. Another tip which really resonated with me was be the person you need in life. Be the person you need in life. That means you don't wait for people to do what you want for yourself, what you need, right? You get up and do that for yourself. You cherish yourself. You represent yourself. You stand up for yourself. You respect your own self. Have self-esteem. So when you begin to have that for your own life, being in charge, knowing that you are responsible for your own life, that's the first step as well. And the second part of it, I think from my own understanding, is as well being that as well for the people around you. So we will go through life needing support of people here and there, but that doesn't mean as well you cannot support other people too as well. So other people as well need support from you, no matter what it is, no matter what knowledge is it. So as far as you know that you as well will need some people in your life, then you should as well support the people around you who seek for your help or support. Be the person as well that you needed someone to be for you when you need assistance or support. So I think that has the two aspects of that. If you want somebody to hold the door for you when you're coming out, then be prepared as well to hold the door for someone when they're going out, because that's as well what you need. So that's that tip. And I think another tip that she shared was it's a marriage advice, but I think it just spreads across everything in life. Like, choose your battles. She was saying that in marriage you should choose about the things that you will argue about. So as well, I think it's general in life, the arguments, the fights, the discussions. Just choose wisely. Not everything is worth your time or your 2 cents. Yeah, so you have to choose wisely. Yeah, so two motives that are kind of interrelated. One is the grass is always greener on the other side. That's always what people think, but what she says is the grass is greener on the side that you water it. So many people just want to have the better life without necessarily preparing for it, or fighting, striving for it, being worthy of that life. They just want that. So you have to be willing to be that person that is worthy of that greener grass. So you have to water that grass on your own side. And then she said another funny one, which is the grass is always full of bullshit on the other side. Which is really funny, but sometimes it's really true. So sometimes, because we admire so much of something, and by the time we get to that other side and then realize, oh my god, this was just bullshit and crap, and not even what you will accept. So sometimes it's really like that. So I mean, it boils down to what did they say, this quote about goals or diamonds. What is it? It skipped my mind, but yeah, generally is calm down with your expectations. Tone them down, and just know that the grass is greener on the side you watered it, and perhaps what you just admire from that green grass might not be what it is. It might just be just bullshit. So just keep calm. What other tip did she share as well? I think I'm running out of my 10-minute limit. So, okay, maybe just very quickly, when she said, don't show more than, show less of what you have and speak less of what you know as well. What else? What else really caught my mind down? I mean, you could try to go on Quora app and type in Emily Hall. I think she's a professor of psychology at Harvard University. So you might learn a thing or two from her, from what she shares. So yeah, those are some of the tips. I hope they will give you something to reflect over and make you change one or two things you do. Okay, you have a beautiful rest of the week ahead. I am signing out now. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.